Hey class, today we're going to be working with clay. We're going to make these cute initial door hangers. The first thing you're going to do is make your clay into a ball, and then you're going to use your fist to pound it out evenly about the thickness of an Oreo cookie. You don't want it thinner and you don't want it thicker or it can cause cracking. Then if you want texture, you can lay it over a net and push down. Now you're going to cut out your shape. You can use a cookie cutter, or I have these mason jar lids, and you're going to carefully push that out of the cookie cutter or the mason jar lid, and you've got your shape. I would recommend you go ahead and poke the 2 holes for your wire right now, but as you can see, I forgot to do that. The next part is you're going to take your extra clay and you're going to make some what are called coils. Now, I'm working on newsprint because when you smash clay into a surface, it will stick, especially air dry clay, which is what we're using. But coils will not. So if you want to roll the coils on your table, that's fine. I've used the coil to make my initial. That's the first letter of your name. And what you notice me doing that there is brushing the back of my initial with what I call clay glue, but it's sometimes the technical term is slip. And that's going to glue that to the other surface so that when it dries, it stays. So if you have additional clay and you want to make little shapes or add extra details, that is fine. Just remember to use your clay glue before you attach it to your hanger. Now, I'm going to show you one more example. Here's my textured surface. I cut it out. I did my last initial. You can see I have my holes. What I'm doing right now is taking just a tiny bit of water, and I mean a tiny bit, on my finger and smoothing out my edges. Not too much water or you will have mud. If you have not poked 2 holes for your wire, you want to make sure you do that before you turn it in. Now you can use your skewer to add additional details. You can use the pointy end, you can use the flat end. As you can see, I'm putting polka dots. That part is up to you. The final part that I don't want you to forget is to gently flip it over in your hand. Take the pointy end of your skewer and carve your name in the back so that we can get it back to you next week when it's time to paint. So it doesn't take very much pressure. Just carve your name into the back, and then you're ready for me to check it to make sure that everything's stuck down, it's not too thick, and your name is on the back. Next week we paint. Yes, of course, you get to keep them.